Hello, my name is Luis Santana. I'm a student of the Physics Education program in Instituto Politécnico Nacional on Mexico. This work is aimed to obtain a test for the assessment of the level of achievement of a particular competence and the learning of some physics concepts. Let's begin with a brief presentation of this project. The high school education in Mexico passes through a reform aimed to the integration of all campuses in a national high school system through a common curriculum framework. This framework includes a series of terminal performances expressed as generic, disciplinary, and professional competences. The competences are defined as the integration of skills, attitudes, values, and knowledge applied in a specific context. It's easy to note that their assessment requires of instruments that considers its multidimensional characteristic. Into this context, it was defined 11 competences. For this work, we have chosen the fifth, because its compatibility with the scientific method. At this point, the context required is given by the physics. Then, we have chosen the concepts of force, heat, electric field, and magnetic field. We can see that the competence is composed by 6 attributes. These attributes, as mentioned before, are similar with the scientific method. Our purpose is to obtain a test for the assessment of the fifth generic competence and the learning of the concepts of force, energy, heat, electric field, and magnetic field. To do that, we will take base on one of these taxonomies, Solo by John Biggs, Robert Marzano's taxonomy, or Bloom's taxonomy. Also, we must identify the misconceptions and preconceptions for the writing of the items. But why we pretend to obtain this? Well, in Mexico, at least, it's common to find in the evaluation regulation of the universities that one of the instruments for the assessment is the test. Then, it's necessary that this instrument considers the multidimensional characteristic of the competences. Our work hypothesis is given in this slide. We need to obtain a test that measures efficiently the level of achievement of the competence and the learning of physics concepts. To achieve this goal, we will begin with the application of clinic interviews. The answers will give us information about the preconceptions and misconceptions of the students. Some of these interviews will be recorded. The answers will be classified by similitudes, and this information will be useful for the design of the items and their answer options. At this point, we need to write the items under the suggestion of a taxonomy, chosen through the comparison between the 3 taxonomies previously mentioned. Once we have a bank of items, we will ask for the revision of experts. Their feedback will guide us for the correction of the test. Then, we will apply a beta version to obtain information that we will analyze with the use of the item response curves. This slide shows an example of an efficient item. In both graphics, we can see that the inflection point in the curve corresponding to the correct answer discriminates between high and low scores obtained in the test. This, plus other considerations, give us information about the effectiveness of the determined item. In the x-axis, we draw the score of the test applied after the instruction. In the y-axis, we draw the percent of the students that choose some response option. We can see here the inflection point and the separation between high and low scores, the discrimination. In another example, we have that the curve indicates a behavior close to a random pattern. When the option is elected by low and high scores indistinctly. These are the efficient items. I hope this short presentation has been to your liking, and the information serves to provide an overview of the project. Thank you all.